What's up, Chiefs Kingdom? Welcome into the Chiefs Report by Chat Sports. Happy Friday. Hope everybody's gearing up for a good weekend here. Final Four weekend. Lots of fun stuff going on out there in the world. Lots going on around the Chiefs and in the NFL as well. So let's get into today's Rumors Roundup. I am Harrison Graham. We'll start with this. Is Brandon Aiyuk a trade target we should be talking about more here on the Chiefs Report? Well, we're going to talk about it today. Rumors of the Chiefs being interested in Aiyuk have been circulating on the internet. And there's a report out of San Francisco that they've been receiving calls on Aiyuk as a potential trade option. Here's Nick Wagoner, ESPN 49ers report, saying the 49ers have received interest in Brandon Aiyuk from teams hoping they can trade for him, but the Niners intend to keep Aiyuk, he says. But then he adds this. They could find themselves in a situation next offseason where they can't afford two high-end wide receivers like offensive tackle this year, but those decisions will and can wait. So based on Wagner's report, he says it's not going to happen right now, but maybe in the future. But maybe that changes if a team comes calling with a really good offer for a player like Brandon Aiyuk, who has been rising during his time in the NFL. You look at his first year, pretty solid as a rookie, 60 grabs, almost 800 yards, 5 touchdowns. Crossed the 800-yard milestone in his second year, 5 touchdowns again. And then he had that kind of true, real breakout, like, yeah, I'm here type of season this year. 78 catches, over 1,000 yards, and 8 touchdowns. He's a nasty route runner. I mean, look, this might be a hot take alert, but Brandon Aiyuk is probably a better pure receiver than Deebo Samuel. Now, Samuel's a better overall player for the Niners. I'm not disputing that, but they've already paid Deebo north of $20 million per year. They may opt to not pay Brandon Aiyuk and trade him either this offseason or next. So keep an eye on this one. I think this could be a dark horse trade target for Kansas City or frankly some other teams, and I am here for it every step of the way. Now, would you trade for Brandon Aiyuk? Type Y for yes or type N for no. Let me know in the comment section below. Would you trade for the 49ers young receiver? I definitely would be open to it. Let me know what you guys think. Because you think about putting Brandon Aiyuk in this offense, I think he's probably your number one, at least right now. I think he could be a number one for a team outside of San Francisco. Tony slides back, MVS, Sky Moore takes the pressure off of all of them as well. Then obviously something Aiyuk's used to as well is playing with a really good tight end, George Kittle. You got Travis Kelce here, so that should work seamlessly. It's interesting to think about. Then you think about, okay, what would it cost you? Is 31 enough? I mean, could you get him for the 31st pick? I think he went 26th overall or something like that. He was a mid-late first-round pick. I would certainly trade the 31st pick for him. You may have to throw 95 or 122 in there as well if you want to beef up the offer, especially right now. You know, Wagner reports that those type of discussions can wait, so you may have to sweeten the deal if you're Brett Veach, but you've got 10 draft picks, and you're lacking kind of a frontline wide receiver, and Brandon Aiyuk is a player who's still rising with his skill set at this point in his career, so I would certainly be open to trading the 31st overall pick. Now, if the Chiefs make a trade, we'll cover it here on the channel. Let's get to 41,200 subs before the end of the weekend. Can we get there? 72 new subscribers. Hit that sub button. Let's go ahead and continue to grow this channel. Latest Chiefs news, rumors, draft, free agency coverage. We do it all. Live shows on Mondays as well, so don't miss that. 72 subs away from 41.2K. Let's get there here on the Chiefs Report. Let's keep the receiver theme going, and that's going to be a theme on today's show. How about Jalin Hyatt, the Tennessee wide receiver who could be a round one guy, maybe round two? Bleacher Report named Hyatt as a player the Chiefs should target in the NFL draft. Here's Gary Davenport of Bleacher Report saying Hyatt developed a reputation in college of being mostly a deep threat. The Kansas City Chiefs have needs on both the offensive and defensive lines, but with the final pick in the first round of the draft, they aren't especially likely to land a day one starter at those positions. However, Hyatt could step in and contribute right away. Jalin Hyatt kind of had a Jamar Chase light type of season in terms of just production kind of being off the charts, right? Now, he not quite as productive as Jamar Chase was back in that, 2019, 2020 year? I think it was 2019. He was very good, though. Hyatt was almost 1,300 yards, 15 touchdowns for Tennessee. Now, the question is, can he be more than a deep threat? Because Tennessee's offense with their head coach Josh Heupel is, I don't want to call it Mickey Mouse offense, which is what Tom Downey, our draft analyst at Chat Sports, calls it. But in a way, it kind of is. With the wider hashes in college football, they just split out their receivers way wide and just run a lot of go routes, and that's certainly where a lot of his production came from. And Hyatt is aware of those narratives, and at the NFL Combine, here's what he had to say in terms of being a complete wide receiver. He said, in Coach Heupel's offense, we spread it out and look for matchups. We don't run directly a pro-style offense that a lot of teams run. I can't wait to show my routes. I can run routes. I can't wait to prove and showcase what I can do other than going deep. Here's the bottom line. Whether it's Jalin Hyatt or Brandon Aiyuk or DeAndre Hopkins or Odell Beckham, who we're going to talk about in a minute, the Chiefs need to add another wide receiver, whether it's in the draft, free agency, or via trade. They need another guy. They've got a trio of solid players in Kadarius Toney, Sky Moore, and Marquez Valdes-Scantling. But they need one more to get in there. And maybe Jalin Hyatt, if they opt to go the draft route, could be an option at 31. Maybe he's an option in round 2. We'll have to wait and see. But I expect Brett Veach at some point to add another receiver. Now, name a receiver that you think the Chiefs should go out and get, whether it's in the draft or in free agency or on a trade. I want to know, who would you like to see Kansas City add? Drop a name down in the comments section. Now, if you're excited for the NFL draft, you should be. And also, rep a Chiefs draft hat. I mean, these draft hats are some of the cooler ones that the NFL has ever dropped, and we got some available at that link below, chatsports.com/Chiefs draft hats. Both color scheme styles are available: snapbacks, flat bills, curve bill style, whatever your kind of go-to hat style is, they're available. Go to chatsports.com/Chiefs draft hats, chatsports.com/Chiefs draft hats. That link is in the comments and in the description. Go ahead and click and shop today. Apparently, Odell Beckham Jr. wants $15 million. I think that report coming in from Jeremy Fowler. My initial thought is, yeah, no thanks, good luck. I'm not paying OBJ $15 million. Now, maybe there's a way to structure it where it's, incentives can reach it that high and it doesn't necessarily impact your cap that much, but I just don't think he's going to get $15 million because what we've talked about over and over and over again is he just hasn't been available. I mean, he's got 2 ACL tears in the past 3 years, torn in 2020 and then at the end of the 2021 season. He has not had a 1,000-yard season in 4 years. He did not play at all in 2022. And on top of all of that, it's been a weak free agent wide receiver market. So he thinks he's going to get the top of top dollar in free agency when he didn't even play last year. I mean, Juju got 3 years and $25 million, guys. And it caps out at $33 million. $11 million per year at most if Juju reaches incentives. And OBJ thinks he can get $15 million, even though he has 2 ACL tears. He might not get $10 million. Like, I just don't think he's understanding what the market is, or he's getting bad info, or maybe the report's false. Maybe he's not asking for that much. But whatever the case is, I don't think he's going to be very pleased with what he ends up signing for because that's just the market this year. I mean, we saw huge contracts being handed out last offseason. That has not been the case this year, especially for wide receivers. So I do not think he'll get big money. I don't think the Chiefs will pay that much. I don't know if they'll pay $10 million, to be quite frank with you. And that's what I'll set the over-under as. What do you think? Per year, how much will OBJ get? Over $10 million or under? Type O for over or U for under. Will Odell Beckham get $10 million per? I think it's probably more likely that it's under, as crazy as that sounds. All right, guys, loaded show today. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Enjoy your weekend. We'll have more coverage with more videos on Saturday and Sunday, so be on the lookout for that. It's youtube.com/ChiefsTV. My name is Harrison Graham, signing off here on the Chiefs Report.